As far as the undercard, Gunther's championship is being decided by a fucking tournament. Another tournament. How many tournaments do we see in pro wrestling? It's the easiest, most laziest way to book somebody. You just make a fucking tournament, and then you can fill up a bunch of your shows, and then it culminates at a pay-per-view where you don't have to think or get creative or spend time creating an actual challenger for your champion. No, that takes too much time. So they get lazy, and they just do a stupid bullshit tournament. And that decides the champion's contender. Or they just have a number one contenders match, and the challenger beats the champion, and then we just have to see the same match at a pay-per-view. But it's rinse and repeat. It's all cut and paste. You know, there's that false report 4 months ago about Vince McMahon was going to bury Gunther. Now, that's been already proven false. If you have common sense and logic, you know that's a false story because it doesn't make sense. Vince was pushing Gunther through the roof. Road Dogg says that Vince didn't even know who Gunther was when he first got there. Yeah, how funny Vince turned into a Gunther fan, a Walter fan, right? Whether you like the name or not, I totally understand. But Vince thought it was going to be a more marketable name, and he was going to push him. And that's what he did. Winning streak, put the IC championship on him, and then this false story by a numbnuts who makes up fucking false wrestling stories. Vince was going to bury Gunther. And then we find out how false it truly was. Common sense and logic told you it was false, but then Imperium stood up and said, actually, that's bullshit. Vince was high on us. We had nothing but the most best of talks. Nobody was burying anybody. And then, because Triple H had a bad week this week, they had to regurgitate the story, all the Triple H fucking bootlickers. They had to regurgitate a Vince McMahon story from 4 months ago because they wanted the focus off of Triple H and they wanted to deflect it to Vince McMahon. So we repeated a story from 4 months ago that was already debunked. Fucking astronomically hilarious, if not downright sad. But if you tell me that Gunther's being booked any better under Paul Levesque, I'm gonna laugh in your fucking face. We fucking building up Gunther matches at Survivor Series by tournaments. Wow, thank goodness Vince is gone for Gunther. I tell you, man, you can't make this shit up, bro. And then for the